So in that way, the Konkan area, even there is a place dedicated to Lord Parashuram, very close to Chiplun. Lord Parashuram's temple is there, and many people say that Lord Parashuram is still living there, performing austerities. People go and offer obeisances and prayers and etc. In the Konkan area.
But this Konkan area is joined to the mainland. No, Prabhuji, you said it was he created an island.
No, it is not an island. It is excavated means this land previously it was in the ocean. And the ocean went backward, giving some land to Parashuram.
Okay, got it.
Even
reclaim like how
adjacent to our temple, they are doing this coastal road project. They are putting a lot of mud and then creating new land for the road.
Yes, yeah, reclamation work is going on. Yes.
Something like that.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Tavakamstana vipretya pruturvainya pratapavan mega nirhadaya vacha prahasan idam abravit.
Thus, when the greatly powerful King Prthu, the son of Vena, saw the professional before him to congratulate them, he smiled, and with the gravity of vibrating sounds of clouds, he spoke as follows.
So, when the Suta Magadha Vandi, being inspired by the Brahmanas, when they began to speak or the glories of Prthu Maharaj, that what is going to do in the future, Prthu Maharaj stopped them. Please, wait, don't say all these things. So, he is going to speak few verses next. He initially gave a brief smile, then spoke like a thunderous voice. So, what did he speak and why did he speak is mentioned in the remaining part of the chapter.
So what kind of avatar is he? Like
Shakti Avesh avatar. He is Shakti Avesh avatar. He embodies the Palana Shakti, the ruling potency.
So in one sense we call Parshuram also Shakti Avesh.
He is also Shakti Avashar. Dushta Nashana Shakti.
Dushta Nashana. And this is Palana.
Palana Shakti.
Because earlier when you said that Vishnu gave Sudarshan Chakra and Lakshmi gave the wealth, I was wondering, Vishnu giving himself something.
He is Vishnu Kala or Vishnu Amsha. He is an expansion of Vishnu. Prthu Uvacha Bhosuta Hema Gada Saumya Vandil Loke Duna Spashta Gunasya Me Syat Kimashrayo Me Sava Esha Yojatam Mamayabuvan Vitatagirova.
King Pruthu said, O gentle Suta, Magadha, and other devotee offering prayers, the quality of which you have spoken are not distinct in me. Why then should you praise me for all these qualities when I do not shelter these features? I do not wish for these words meant for me to go in vain, but it is better that they be offered to someone else.
So, they've already said something. And they will say much more in the next chapter. But what they have said, we don't know. Something they have already started saying. When Prthu Maharaj interpreted them, started saying that, so my dear Suta Vagada Mandi, how can you say such kind of praise unto me when I have not done anything? It is not befitting for you and for me both. Because I just appeared, I just manifested myself. As of now, I have not done anything. I have not displayed any wonderful qualities. I have not showed any wonderful activities. So it is not good for you to praise for no reason. It is better if you praise me when I do it afterwards. You praise, if I don't do, then both of us will be at fault. I don't want that to happen. Kindly do not praise. So who have unproven these qualities at this current time in this world? Those words cannot be applied to me, but to others. What you are saying cannot be applied to me because I have not done anything. They are meant to others. So kindly don't say. Your words should not be false in being directed to me. So couple of things he says. How can this praise be offered to me who have unclear qualities at this time in this world? What qualities do you see in me to praise me? He's telling that. What qualities are you able to see in me that you are praising already? What did you see me? And what activities have performed? What kind of wonderful activities and qualities have displayed? Why are you praising like that? How can you praise like this? So then the Sutta Magadavanis are saying that, but we cannot exist without praising. Our duty is to praise only. The duty of the Bhagavad Sutta Magadavanis is to praise the king or to praise the Supreme Lord. This should be done to someone else who has the qualities, but not me. I don't have all those qualities. I have not done anything to display those qualities. Then the Sutta Magadavanis they say that, what fault do you have if we praise you? What are you afraid of? They are telling that we know that you have all these qualities. You may say that you are not displayed. So it is no need to, you don't have to display to show that you have the qualities. We know that you have the qualities, we praise you. Whom you are afraid of? And then king says that there is no fault for me. He is telling that whether I display or not, whether I do or not, there is no fault for me. But you will incur sinner sin for this. If you say something and if I don't do that, you will be at fault. You will incur a sin of saying something untruth. That is what I fear. May your words not be in vain. Whatever words you people say should not go in vain. Better you speak the glories of someone who already exhibited their glories than me. Like that king says. Then he further continues. Tasmat parokshe smadupashutanilam karishyata strotramapi cha vacham satuttama shloka gunanuvade jugupsitam nastavayanti shabda sabhya.
O gentle reciters, offer such prayers in due course of time when the qualities of which you have spoken actually manifest themselves in me. The gentle who offers prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not attribute such qualities to a human being who does not actually have them.
In the future, but not in the presence, in the present, but in the future, you will be able to praise me sufficiently because by then I will do some activities, I will display some qualities, then you have some subject matter to glorify. As of now, you don't have anything. So better keep quiet. Better don't say anything unnecessarily. Skillful bards. What's that? Okay. Since the Supreme Lord's pastime should be sung, Uttama Shloka Gunanuvade Sati, the assembly should not praise a low person like me. It will be befitting if you glorify the wonderful activities and qualities of the Supreme Lord, not mine. Because currently I have not done anything. There is nothing to speak about me. In the future, when I do something, you can speak something about me. For now, please glorify the Supreme Lord. So, this is speaking for a question asked by the sages. The sages are saying that the bards, they are saying that, O king, ocean of good qualities, all these qualities will become manifest in you clearly in the future. Knowing that we are praising you. Then king says that, when my qualities become manifest, then you can glorify me as much as you want. But do not do it that right now. Then they bards say that, who will forbid you? When we say something, who will stop you doing those things? We will say in advance and you do it. What is the problem? But do it indirectly, not directly. O persons, O bards, who have skill in attractive words, it is not proper to embarrass a person by glorifying him face to face. If at all, if you think that I am going to do in the future, no problem. If you want to speak something, speak it indirectly. Not directly face to face saying that, okay, this Prthu will going to do this and this and like that. Don't say all these things. Then the bards say that, what should we do? Inspired by the assembly of Brahmanas, we have begun to glorify you. Because Brahmanas told us, so we are supposed to follow their instructions. Because no king cannot say anything. Brahmana said, that's why we are saying. The king cannot say. Okay, that is useless. The past time, then he said that there is no point in glorifying me. Better to glorify the Supreme Lord. The pastimes of the Lord should be chanted at all times and at all places. Thus, you should not praise a low, recent person like me. Otherwise, you should glorify the ancient and one the great person like the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, you are not a worthy assembly. Otherwise, people will be considered as simply a people of word jugglery. No one will pay attention to your words if they don't have any substance in it, something like that. So this is how the king is forbidding them to glorify him. Instead, glorify the Supreme Lord. That was his request.
In general, how do you take praise? Like, if there are people, and it's a fact. I'm not trying to be humble here, but people just glorify you, for no reason. And we know, even our heart, we don't deserve this, neither we have these qualities. But we don't want to offend the person, so we tell them, hello, this is not right, it's not. But they just don't, no, great. So it hurts. In one sense, it actually hurts, because you're not there. You know it, you're not there. But you're not necessarily giving the praise. How do you deal with this?
Yeah, that is there. That's what Bhagavad Gita is all about. Ahankara vimudatma kartaham eti manyate. Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha. From their side, praising someone is very good for them. If they don't praise, they will degrade. By praising others, by saying good qualities in others, praising others genuinely, not with selfish motives, that will make them progress further. When somebody praises, if we accept the praise, we will go down.
Exactly.
But accept the praise means considering that, oh, yes, I am the doer. That is, accept them in the parampara and give it to the parampara. I am not the doer. Everything is their mercy. They are doing. Let's take it and give it to others.
I'll just take it. Let me share a personal example.
That is philosophical understanding. Practically, it will be difficult to do like that, but we have to learn.
This is all, like I'm coming from my counseling meeting. There we celebrated Prabhupada's appearance day, okay? So all the seniors, like Krishna Chandra Prabhu's group, how they are, everybody was speaking wonderfully. And I was asked to speak, so I denied. I said, unless and until I realize, I will not speak, let me hear from seniors. So somebody like, no, you know so much, this, that, this. I said, hello, it's me. So then I felt little, okay, I don't know how to deal with such.
No, speaking something in front of the big assembly is nothing about knowing or not knowing. It's about the person. Even a person might know many things, but there is an inhibition to speak in front of everyone. It is there. One can speak one on one. Even I also have fear of coming in front of the people and speaking in the past. Somehow after coming to ISKCON also I had that fear. So nowadays I'm just trying to overcome, but so it's difficult.
But for you have substantial amount of knowledge and realization too.
No, wait. I'm speaking here in the class. If you ask me anything to speak in the temple hall, like holding the mic, doing some MC and all, I cannot do that. That is not my this thing. There is a different thing. Till date I never did participate in any offering. Yesterday many devotees asked me also, why you did not offer anything? I said I'm happy doing plate washing. I was in plate washing seva. So every person has their own inhibitions. That is there.
It's humility.
It's not humility.
It's a fact.
No, it's not about fact or humility. It's about the person. That's all we can do. Some people are eager to do it. They want that kind of this thing. Their personality is made up of like that. So we need to accept that. It's okay. Don't worry. You are that person. That's all. Go ahead. So we'll continue. Mahat gunana atmanikartumisha kasatvakaisa stavayate satopi Tesya bhavishyan iti vipralabdo janavahasan kumatirna veda.
How could an intelligent man, competent enough to possess such exalted qualities, allow his followers to praise him if he did not actually have them? Praising a man by saying that if he were educated, he might have become a great scholar or great personality is nothing but a process of cheating. A foolish person who agrees to accept such praise does not know that such words simply insult him.
Yeah. He further says, what person who has the qualities of the Lord would have others praise him? Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whenever the devotees in Mayapur, whenever they would say that you are Lord Hari, then Mahaprabhu would always say, closing his ears, Hari, 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 he would say like that, Vishnu, Vishnu. He would never accept those things. So it's like that. Even there is an interesting thing happens in Chaitanya Leela, Madhya Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sanatana Goswami was asking about the details about the 4 Yugavataras. What is their physical appearance? What are their names? What are their activities? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks about the avatars, the Yugavataras, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. He generally describes quoting Bhagavatam, Krishna Varnam, Tusha Krishnam, etc. of Kali Yuga Avatara. Then Sanatana Goswami asks further, so what he will be known, where he is appeared, what kind of activities he does, who are his associates. Like that he keep on asking, indirectly to tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I am the Kali Yuga Avatara. But Mahaprabhu never tells that. So later on he bypasses that question, he goes on, moves on. So it's like that. So what person who had the qualities of the Lord would have others praise him? So when the God said that, my dear king, you are the supreme Lord, Lord Brahma himself confirmed, and other Brahmanas also confirmed, you have the symbols of Lord Vishnu. So why are you afraid of other people? Then Prthu is saying that, though it is possible for the best person to manifest in himself the qualities of the Lord, but which wise person would make others glorify him? No one would do that, even if he had the qualities. Even a person might be endowed with all the qualities of Lord Vishnu, but a person with good qualities will never want to hear his own glorification. No intelligent person would never want to hear his glorification. So,
it is the duty of all the Sutas and Bhagavatas to glorify the Lord.
yes,
Why do they do that?
that is their job. That is their job description. Suta Magada, on the job description is to glorify the king. Since morning till the night. Early morning, Prabhas Seva. For Lord Venkateshwar Swami to get up, we have Suprabhatam. And the Suta Magada Vangadis would come outside the doors of the palace, that Antapura. They start praising the king. Then the king gets up. Then when the king goes for bathing, they praise. When the king is dressing, they praise. When the king is going to the assembly, they will be praising, and king will be going to the assembly. That is their duty.
So what is your question?
Why do they do that? Why do they constantly do that?
That is their job. That's all. It is not a flattery. It is not a flattery. Actually, this glory is not just the person's glories. The 3 category people through the 3 category glories. One person glorifies the Supreme Lord. 1 category people. 1 category people glorify the ancestors of the dynasty. 3rd person glorifies the current king.
How is it helpful to the king?
Yeah,
it is.
Yes. In one sense, it is reminding that
You are a great person.
you are representative of Supreme Lord. So your duties should be in accordance with the dictates of the Supreme Lord. You are representing your dynasty. Your dynasty, so and so great kings appeared. They have lived a life of righteousness. So you should lead the same thing. And in your life also, in the past, you have performed so many wonderful dharmic activities. With the same legacy, you should continue. It's like that. Even though when the king is glorified, king will not take it as his own personal glorification. He will see everything in the glorification of his parampara. Here you can say kingly parampara. In the devotee circle, we should see Guru parampara. In the king, it is kingly parampara. So it should be seen like that. It is required actually. Otherwise, sab Aurangzeb ban jayega.
No, when we talk about the glorification of the Lord, it directly means that it is our purification.
Ah, yes.
The Lord is glorified only because we are getting purified. That's the whole objective. But for the kings, definitely what, as you said, they require to hear all this.
Because the king is representative of Supreme Lord. So the duty is reminded. What kind of duty should uphold? So in that way. What to speak of a person who does not have the qualities? Even though the bard said that everyone confirmed that you are Lord Vishnu's expansion, so Lord Vishnu's qualities will be there in you. So why are you afraid? They may say, but I don't accept. Let them say whatever they want. But I am not. I am not Vishnu. I don't have any qualities of Lord Vishnu. But even if a person has the qualities, they will not accept the glorification. First of all, I am not Vishnu. I don't have Vishnu's qualities. Then how can you glorify me? How can I accept? It's like that. The fool does not understand that he is the butt of a joke, mocked by the promise of having such qualities in the future. Only a fool become elated by hearing the words that, okay, tomorrow you are going to do this wonderful thing, tomorrow you are going to do this wonderful thing. Only a fool person will become joyous by hearing that kind of mockery, words of mockery, but not an intelligent person. Why, Vena?
He thought that he was
That he only said, not somebody else, no one else said.
so nobody glorified it.
Well, somebody, he might have had some stuff, but at least that is not mentioned. If he does not have the qualities and cannot manifest such qualities, only a fool would have others praise him. That fool does not know it is an insult. How? By words like, if he had studied arts and scripture, he would have been a great scholar. The phrase you see, if he had studied arts and scripture, he would have been a great scholar. अभी तो स्कॉलर नहीं ना, मतलब पढ़ाई किया नहीं. Saying someone that he did not prepare for IAS. He would have prepared, he would have been top ranker. Prepare नहीं किया मतलब उनके पास औकात नहीं, इसलिए prepare नहीं किया. Then why are you saying all these things? So something like that. He is mocked by others. So the such kind of praises are only mockery. So in that way, like that is telling. Prabhavo hi atmanastotram jugupsanti api visruta ह्रीमंता परमोदारा पौरुषम वा विगर्हितम.
As a person with a sense of honor and magnanimity does not like to hear about his abominable actions, a person who is very famous and powerful does not like to hear himself praised.
Persons famous for good qualities, who are modest and generous, Hriyamanta, who are modest, detest praise of themselves as if it were criticism of their abilities. The people who endowed with all good qualities, who are modest and who are generous, they will treat all the praises as a criticism only. They will accept the criticism as the praises. They don't accept the praises. Instead, they treat the praises as the criticism. This is the quality of the great people. People who have good qualities and who enjoy being praised are not seen in this world. Praises like, this person is so qualified, he doesn't have to follow the rules of dharma. He is rejected at the censoring their abilities. If somebody glorifies that, this person is so qualified that he doesn't have to follow the rules of dharma. What do you mean? What makes him the great? If only somebody follows dharma, then that makes great. And he has become great and he don't have to follow dharma. That actually degrades them. Such kind of prayers are only poisonous to such a person. Vayam tu avidita loke sutadyapi varimabhi karmabhi katam atmanam gapayishyama balavat. Read.
King Prithu continued, my dear devotees, headed by the Sutta, just now I'm not very famous for my personal activities because I have not done anything praiseworthy you could glorify. Therefore, how could I engage you in praising my activities exactly like children?
Oh praisers, I am not famous as of now for all the excellent activities in this world, like what you are saying. Like a fool, how can I engage others in praising me for those actions which I have not done yet? So, I am not famous for performing excellent actions. So, how can I engage others in glorifying me and my actions? Please kindly stop. Do not do all these things. I have not done any activity till now. And when I do, that time you can glorify me. Till then, please do not glorify me. So, these are the few words which King Prithu mentioned to the Sutta Magadha Vandi. But do they stop? They don't stop. The Brahmanas who are sitting behind, they said, he will say like that only because he is known for that. He is a great person, will never accept his own glories. But for our purification, we need to glorify him. That is our duty. Please continue. That was the inspiration and assurance given by the Brahmanas sitting behind. And the Suttas and Magadas and Mandis will glorify what are the different activities that Prithu Maharaj will do in the future. And this chapter, all the glories of Prithu Maharaj are mentioned. And all those activities Prithu will do in the future chapters. That is all mentioned in the upcoming chapters.
Brahmanas were very sure of what Prithu Maharaj was going to do.
Ah, yes, birth chart.
But in today's time, can anybody predict?
Yes. Today's time also.
Who doesn't?
Say many people say some people go to Kerala, some people go to Tamil Nadu, some people go here and there. We hear sometimes. We can predict if we know correctly our birth chart properly made.
From our birth chart, can somebody tell us that whether we'll be spiritually perfecting our life?
The birth chart will tell you all the activities in 3 modes only, not something beyond 3 modes.
That who wants to know?
Then what? So,
Nobody can say about the spiritual purpose.
No, but you have to decide. Maitreya uvacha iti bruvanam rupatim gayaka munichodita tushta manasas tadvag amruta sevaya.
The great sage Maitreya continued, while King Prithu thus spoke, the humility of his nectarian speeches pleased the reciters very much. Then again they continued to praise the king highly with exalted prayers, as they had been instructed by the great sages.
Yeah. The singers, pleased by hearing his sweet words, then praised Prithu, who had just spoken as ordered by the sages. The bards started praising the king. King said no praise, but the Brahmana said, please continue. Now the bards continue to praise the king. Nalam vayemte mahimanu varnane yo deva varyo vatara mayaya venangajatasya cha paurushanite vachaspatinam api bhabramurdiya.
The reciters continued, Dear King, you are a great incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, and by his causeless mercy, you have descended on this earth. Therefore, it is not possible for us to actually glorify your exalted activities. Although you have appeared through the body of King Vena, even great orators and speakers like Lord Brahma and other demigods cannot exactly describe the glorious activities of your lordship.
They say, we are not capable of describing the glories of you. the best of Devatas, Deva Varya, who appear in this world by your mercy. Avatara Maya. So you say that don't glorify don't glorify about me. They are saying that what we can glorify you. You are ocean of qualities. What we can touch is only one drop. Don't worry. Don't worry. You are best of all the devatas, and you appeared here for out of your callous mercy upon us. The intelligence of eloquent persons such as Brahma has become bewildered by the activities of you, born from the limbs of Vena. Even Brahma is bewildered. I'm trying to understand you about your wonderful activities and qualities. What do we know and what we can say? Even Brahma cannot understand about you completely. What we can understand, what we can speak. It's nothing. It's all superficial. Don't worry. So like that, they are actually kind of throwing off all the instructions of king aside, and then they continuing the glorification. We are not capable of glorifying you. Na alam. So the intelligence of even Brahma is bewildered by your wonderful activities. Then what to speak of us? But still, even though Brahma's intelligence is bewildered in order to finding out your wonderful activities and qualities, let us glorify the way we can do. Whatever little we can do, let us do it as a service for us. So like that they are continuing. Atapi udar prutor harer kalavatarasya katamrutadrita yatopadesham munibi prachodita slagyani karmani vayam vitanmahi.
Although we are unable to glorify you adequately, we nonetheless have transcendental taste for glorifying your activities. We shall try to glorify you according to the instructions received from the authoritative sages and scholars. Whatever we speak, however, is always inadequate and very insignificant. Dear King, because you are a direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all your activities are liberal and ever laudable.
Still, even though your Brahma is bewildered in trying to understand your wonderful qualities and activities, eager for the sweetness of your topics, encouraged by the sages, we will now describe as instructed by the great sages sitting behind us. We are not doing it ourselves. Please kindly do not find fault with us. We are simply following the order of the sages. They told us to continue. We are continuing. The praiseworthy pastimes of the most famous Prthu, a portion of the Supreme Lord. We are just briefly touching the sweetness of your wonderful topics, your activities, qualities and activities, description, I mean everything, Nama Rupa Gunalila, by following the order of the great sages for our purification. Shlagyani karmani, the praiseworthy karma, the wonderful activities of you. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. Janma karma cha me divyam yevam yo vaiti tatvatah tektva deya pranod janma naiti mami sojana. Same way, describing and hearing the wonderful activities and qualities of the Supreme Lord will purify us and make us go back, qualified to go back to Godhead. So in that way, the sages have entered our hearts, and according to their instructions only, we will offer praise unto you. Whatever words we are speaking are not our words. These words are spoken by those sages who are sitting behind. They have entered into our heart, they are dictating to us, and we are repeating their words. Kindly do not find fault with us. Don't say that we are not following your instructions. We are strictly following your instruction, but there are their instruction also. So in that way. Now they continue from 4th verse onward. They glorify King Prthu. Esha dharma brutam shreshto lokam dharmenu vartayan gopacha dharma setunam shasta tatpari pantinam.
This King Maharaja Prthu is the best amongst those who are following religious principles. As such, he will engage everyone in the pursuit of religious principles and give those principles all protection. He will also be a great chastiser to the irreligious and atheistics.
Prthu, the best upholder of Dharma, Dharma Brutam Shrestha, the protector of the principles of Dharma, Gopta cha Dharma Setu Nam, is Dharma Setu, is the protector and upholder of Dharma. The punisher of the opposers of Dharma, Shasta Tat Pari Pantinam. Those people who are going opposite to the dictates of Dharma, he will immediately punish them. And engages the world in the fall in the Dharma. Lokam Dharme Anuvartayan. The different adjectives in relation to Dharma. Dharma Bhutam Shrestha, Dharme Anuvartinam, Lokam Dharme Anuvartinam, Gopta cha Dharma Setunam, Shasta Tat Paripantinam. He is the upholder of Dharma, he is the protector of the Dharma, he is the punisher of the opposers of Dharma, he engages the people in Dharma. This is one of the important quality of Prthu Maharaj. Esha vai lokapalanam bibarti ekastanu tanu kale kale yatabagam lokayorubayorhitam.
This king alone in his own body will be able in due course of time to maintain all living entities and keep them in a pleasant condition by manifesting himself as different demigods to perform various departmental activities. Thus, he will maintain the upper planetary system by inducing the populace to perform Vedic sacrifices. In due course of time, he will also maintain this earthly planet by discharging proper rainfall.
For the prosperity of the people who are following Dharma. The previous verse mentioned that Loke, it is mentioned in the second line. Lokam Dharme Anuvartayam. He will make sure that people on Bhuloka follow Dharma. For their prosperity, he alone maintains the bodies of the Devatas. For the prosperity of the human beings from the Bhuloka, King Prthu will maintain the bodies of the Devatas in the Swarga within his own form for the benefit of this world and the heavenly abode at all times. We discussed many times the duty, the principal duty of the king is to perform yajna with the help of all the people in the Bhuloka so that the Devatas will get their food. When they are satisfied, they will send for the rain. When the rain comes, the human beings become prosperous. When they again perform yajna, the Devatas become more nourished and more prosperous. There is a mutual dependence between those two. So here the king is going to take care of the maintenance of both Devatas as well as the human beings here. This is the principal responsibility of the king. And Prthu will be going to do it perfectly.
I'm hurry to complete some portion.
Huh?
I have a question.
Yes.
When we say we perform, and the kings perform sacrifices, the Devatas are very nourished. How would that happen?
Idam Indraya Swaha, Idam Nama.
So
That is the
what are they
food. That is the
offering?
whatever ghee and ingredients. That is the food for the Devatas.
That is, if I know, whatever little I know about the sacrifices, we offer the barley and the till and the ghee at the most. How will satisfy us?
Okay. What are the different ingredients that are there as part of our food?
A lot of things, grains, cereals, milk products, so many things.
Okay, like that. These food products which are offered in the yajna, the fire will transform that into ghee, the amrut. That amrut will be given to the Devatas. So in that transformation will take care by the
Fire transforms it into the amrut, is it?
yes. For us, our body is grass body, so we need grass food grains. Their body is subtle body. They need subtle food grains. So in that, the fire will transform grass into subtle.
Yeah,
Not funny. It is the Shastra.
valid.
It is Shastra.
Yeah, but so in Kali Yuga, how they are getting nourished? In today's time, if you see, any sacrifices are not. I mean, I'm not offending anybody here.